Hey, welcome to Bollox Talks and Troy
and Tangents.
Troy Blevins, take two. Hey, welcome to Bollox Talks and Tangents. We're here on Thursday. It's our second show of the year.
Second of the year. Rolling into it.
Super excited. People are going to wonder. All right. We got a good show, man.
A good show today.
We're doing best and worst places you and I have ever visited personally.
Right. Best and worst places. And then we're going to also talk about strange, odd drinks.
Around the world.
Around the world.
Man, there is some weird
shit.
Yeah. It's like, no, not trying that one.
No.
Yeah.
And some I really want to try.
Yeah. The one that's on your list, I'm not trying because I had it on my list. I was like, that's even too gross to talk about.
Yeah, fair enough.
But, we're just happy you guys are with us. If you would, hit that share button.
Hit the share button.
I don't know where it is. It's somewhere down there somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. But we got to talk about our amazing sponsors.
We wouldn't be here without them. We would
not be here without them. We'll start with City Gates Distillery and St. Augustine Distillery.
Incredible.
Great tours, good tasting. You can kind of get what you want. Where else can you go in and actually, I don't even know if you can test drive a car anymore.
Not to the same level. Well, certainly not if you've been to City Gates or St. Augustine Distillery.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't test drive a car.
Yeah, that's not the way that works.
I'll tell you this. Look, I was in City Gates over winter break. The staff is amazing. The whole experience, that little part of downtown, has really come alive, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful place. I love what they've done in there. The whole store is fantastic, and I have a big love for St. Augustine Distillery because you can do the tour and then you can pop upstairs. You're in the 1920s.
Yeah. You hit the ice plant right after that. Hit the ice
plant.
But they got a great gift shop there at the distillery.
Yeah, they do.
They really do. Anytime you need a present, like for dad or uncle or something like that,
that's where you go.
These gift sets or gift cards are perfect.
Yeah.
So 900 degree pizza and pasta right here off Lewis Speedway. Our studio's here on Lewis Speedway. It's around the corner from us. I've never opened the box and been disappointed.
No, it's like, you keep saying it, but it's so true. If I was the guy that was on Instagram, and if I was a kind of a person that took photographs of my food, I would fucking photograph that pizza because it looks like...
It's a pretty pizza.
It's a pretty pizza, and it tastes like a pretty pizza.
It's a pretty pizza.
It's a damn fine pizza. Yeah, right by the high school. You should go there. Go there.
Why don't you? Oh, well, watch the show and then go there.
Yeah. There you go.
Or you can watch the show there on your phone. Yeah. I'm going to put my drink down because I'm jiggling like crazy. Abare, Kresge and Associates, the best accountants in town.
In town, maybe the world. I don't know. It's Florida. Tax season, people. We're almost in tax season.
We're there. They sent me. Here's how good they are.
Okay.
They know I don't do my taxes till later on.
Yeah.
But they send me an update, like a checklist of. Here's what we need from you, Troy.
Yeah.
And they sent it like this week. Like, okay, it's January. Start collecting your shit.
Yeah.
And that's how good they are. And they send me constant reminders of
Look, I don't know anyone who enjoys doing their own taxes. Mm-mm. If you go with these guys, you're going to save money. I know people don't believe that.
Yeah.
But you will actually save money. They will find you. It will save you time. It'll save you hassle. It'll save you heartache. Mm-hmm. And it will keep you away from the IRS. These guys, Kresge, Abare, and Associates, or Abare, Kresge, and Associates, they're the best. They're the best.
They are. They're just amazing. And they do my taxes. And, I have several different businesses, including this show. But they kind of keep everything straight. And I'm not an easy guy to keep straight. All right. The Beacon Listening Room and Gypsy Cab. This week, it was so busy in there.
Oh, my God.
It was so busy.
Slammed.
The staff does such an amazing job. And, I just appreciate them so much at being a partner. They have great food, great staff, great music.
It's a great place to listen to music.
Yeah.
The Beacon listening room is a wonderful place to listen to music. And I want to give a shout out to Frank at Gypsy Cab. I just saw him in passing on Friday night. I was having a beer, and he's just a great guy.
Yeah.
Frank is a great guy, and he runs the business is great. Gypsy Cab is $10 lunch specials.
Yeah.
Tell me where you can get $10 lunch specials.
Quality food like that.
Quality food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Great spot.
All right, another place with great quality food, great atmosphere. Meehan's Irish Pub. I was in there this weekend. I hung out at the backyard, bellied up to the bar for a little bit, hung out with Hubble and Kelly, and just always taking good care. It was still busy this weekend.
Oh, it was slammed.
It was still busy this weekend. It's supposed to fall off, but it didn't fall off.
There's no fall off. That place is there's no fall off there.
Yeah.
There's no fall off there. No. Meehan's our best pint of Guinness outside of my hometown.
That's the only other place that's better.
That's the only place that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on this side of the pond.
Yeah, on this side of the pond.
All right. St. Augustine Pirate Museum. Talk about guys that have crossed the pond a couple times. These pirates.
There you go. The museum itself is absolutely fascinating. I learned at the Pirate Museum, so I don't know if any of you guys have seen on HBO Max, I think it's on Showtime, there's a show called Our Flag Means Death.
Okay.
And it's about this gentleman pirate. And I thought the whole thing was just like a fake show. He's a real guy.
And it was in the Pirate Museum.
And it was in the Pirate Museum. Yeah. And then I'm sitting down, I'm going down the rabbit hole, and Julie's going, "What are you reading?" And I'm like, "It's Steve Bonnet." And she goes, "Fuck off, that's not a real guy." I'm like, "It's a real guy." We watched it. And then we're reading. So that's the level of detail they have.
Yeah.
And they're phenomenal people.
Yeah.
Like Cindy over there, their involvement in so many local charities, local things, they do so much good work.
They really do.
They're great guys.
They really do.
Yeah.
And I appreciate all our sponsors. And if you guys would, please, like I said, hit that share button. The only other way you can help out is go let our sponsors know, you heard from them, from us, and you're the reason they got there. And when because my family will come into town and they're like, okay, I got to go to Meehan's, I got to go to the Distillery, I got to, and I love that. I love the fact that they do that. So appreciate everybody out there. All right, my whiskey of the week.
Whiskey of the week. What you got?
My whiskey of the week is a Kentucky Owl called Confiscated. All right, you need to, here, give me your little thing right there.
A little bit in there. Confiscated.
Confiscated, right here. This is good stuff right here. I'm going to give you just a little swig. Ooh. Just a little swig. This is one of my favorite bourbons out there. That's not at the Distillery, but I mixed it up a little bit. That's good, right? That's good, right?
That's got some. Wow.
Yeah.
Confiscated.
Put hair on your chest.
Damn fine.
Put hair on your chest.
Absolutely.
All right. So word origins.
Word origins. All right.
What you got this week?
So I'm
gonna let you go first because I've already written mine down. So you got an idea on mine.
Pushing up daisies.
Pushing up daisies.
Pushing up daisies. Right? You know what it means?
I'm assuming it's where they buried you and, the flowers grow around you because your family plants flowers. I don't know.
Pushing up daisies, you were dead and buried. If you were pushing up daisies, you're dead.
Yeah.
But where it comes from is kind of cool, right? It was British military slang during World War I. And everything, and I went down a couple of different tangents on this one. It all came from a letter that a British lieutenant, as they would say in England, Lieutenant Ray, wrote a letter to his fiancée and basically said that in life you will eventually push up daisies and enrich the soil a bit. And then he went on to assure her that he was not yet pushing up daisies, despite the fact that reports were out there that he had been killed in action. Yeah. But you're going to push up daisies.
Who was it Mark Twain that said the reports of my death have been
greatly exaggerated.
Greatly exaggerated.
I love that.
So he basically was just reassuring his
fiancée
girl that he's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he wasn't pushing up daisies.
All right. I'm going to do the more common one, and then I'm going to do the other one, which I thought was really interesting. All right, so sleep tight. I had a good idea of what this was.
Yeah.
All right, and do you have any idea what it is?
So they used to, obviously, it has to do with how beds were originally built.
Yes. Yeah. So they used ropes.
Yeah.
They used ropes, and, so that you didn't sag too much, you were to tighten your bed before you went to bed. all right, and sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite, came from, they would use corn husk, shredded corn husk and hay as the pillows or the matting of the bed.
Yeah.
And bed bugs would be attracted to those. So what you'd had to do is if you sleep tight, you pulled your bed tight, and then you kind of shaked out the bugs.
Yeah.
And that's how the term, and it was first used like in the 1860s.
Yeah. 1860s.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the idea of like you pulled it tight and then you lay down basically on the rope. Yeah.
It was kind of a reminder, hey, don't just get in bed.
Yeah.
Tighten it up a little.
Tighten it up, lads.
All
right. So my second one is kill them with kindness.
Kill them with kindness. I do that all the time.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. That's not me at all.
I live with somebody who does the opposite all the time.
You're really helping yourself out.
It's okay. It's all right. You're probably not paying attention.
Hi, honey.
Yeah. No, I hear this a lot. I say this a lot. My father was a big believer in killing people with kindness, and obviously what it means is like you're going to cause discomfort by treating somebody in a way that is kind or helpful, right? Mm-hmm. And it actually goes back to Shakespeare. And it was in The Taming of the Shrew where the guy Petruchio is trying to marry Kate, who's a shrew, right? She's got a fucking tongue on her, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
And he basically goes down a list of ways that every time she complains, he's going to treat her nicer. And then he's going to basically train her like he would train a falcon. And he's going to kill her with kindness. They're going to put food on the table in front of her, and he's going to go, do you know what? That's not good enough for you, my love. And take it away. And then he's going to put her into bed, and then he's like, nope, the bed's not nice enough for you.
It's not tight enough.
Yeah, it's not tight enough. And so that's it. It's going to kill her with kindness, that kind of thing. So goes back to old Shakespeare.
Goes to Shakespeare. Willie.
Yeah. But then, even better, I found before Shakespeare, there was British scientists were doing some work in the late 1580s, and they discovered that sometimes female gorillas would hold their babies too tightly.
See, and that's where I thought it came from.
Actually, they would kill them.
I thought it came from, how, and I went very dark on this one. Because a lot of the things we do are, I know.
You?
Yeah.
Dark?
But I went very dark because when you said kill them with kindness, I thought it was a mother that had either rolled over on their baby sleeping, which has happened.
That's happened.
Or it was a mother who squeezed and they didn't understand SIDS at the time.
Yeah.
So I went, when you said it, my brain instantly went to that.
Yeah.
So I got to work on being so dark.
No,
you're okay with it?
I'm fine with the dark.
All right. But the gorilla would hold the baby so tight.
Yeah.
It would actually kill it.
Yeah.
See, that's the kind of where I thought it was at. So, okay. All right. Okay. So a lot of people toast.
What you say? Yeah.
Here's the mud in your eye.
Here's the mud in your eye.
Here's the mud in your eye. And it means good health.
Good health. Right.
Okay.
But why? Why does mud in your eye mean good health?
Okay.
Why?
I wanted to know.
Yeah.
I wanted to know why. Do you have any idea?
No. Not a clue.
It's a biblical thing. All right.
Okay.
So Jesus, when he did the miracle on the blind man, picked up mud, spit in the mud, and rubbed the mud on the guy's eye.
What?
And from that term, it kind of morphed into it. It came along later.
Yeah.
But it morphed into good health.
Yeah, well, of course,
because
if you were
it was
blind,
a blessing.
Yeah.
It was a blessing on this person. So it was kind of like giving a blessing to someone to here's mud in your eye. And I had no idea that it was a biblical term at all. I mean, I remember reading about the him healing the blind.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize, my mind didn't remember he picked up mud, spit in it, rubbed it together, and put it in the man's eye.
That's
for
amazing.
The miracle. And that's here's the mud in your eye.
I kind of love the fact that Jesus, because what would I do? If I was picked mud up, I'd spit on it too.
You spit in the mud.
Like that.
Yeah, well, Jesus spits different. I guess.
The spit of the Savior.
Yes.
Yeah. He was never going to the walking on water though after they crucified him.
Yeah, because he wasn't as buoyant.
Nah, he really wasn't.
The hole in the feet just.
Yeah, right. Couldn't catch an M&M to save his life either. I was like. Yeah, it's okay. Anyway, I'm sure he'll forgive me.
But he could whistle through his hands.
Oh, he could.
We're going to hell. We're going to hell.
Oh, I think that was...
We knew. We knew already.
Yeah.
We knew already. All right. I say we start with the best and worst places we visited.
You want to go your worst?
Let's go worst and finish with best.
Okay. You want to do a worst? Let's go back and forth.
Let's go back and forth. All right. So I go worst, you go worst. I go best, you go best. Okay. All right.
Worst place you've ever visited?
Worst place. The only place I truly was afraid for my life. Like I feel like I walk like I'm not a victim. Like a lot of people walk with their head down and look like they're scared.
Yeah.
I walk where I'm just like, I don't.
Well, and you've traveled a lot too, right? You're not I
don't give a shit, and I'm just going.
Yeah.
The only place in the world I truly thought I'm in danger for my life, where I didn't cause the danger of my life.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So nice caveat there, because I was like, really?
Let's be clear.
Okay.
I've been in dangerous situations, but one that was completely not caused by my smart-ass mouth.
Yeah.
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis, Missouri.
I was excited about going.
Okay.
And when I go to places, I try and go into I'll ask a bartender, hey, where's a good spot and stuff like that. Like, hey, I want to eat it where the tradespeople eat.
Yeah.
Or where the locals
are, right? Yeah.
I did that in St. Louis. The walk back to the hotel was probably the scariest 5 blocks of my life.
St. Louis, Missouri.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I usually have a weapon on me.
Yeah.
So I was out of town. I don't travel with a weapon, obviously, but I was out of town and I felt like, okay, I might get raped here.
Fair enough. My older brother used to have a girlfriend, and she was known as the Weapon.
Oh yeah.
Seriously. Shout out to Catherine Finn if you're watching in Ireland.
Hey, Kath. But St. Louis to me is the biggest shithole I've ever been in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll give you one also. I'm going to stay in the United States of America
and
as
me
well.
and Blake have to go back because I didn't go to a baseball game. And we're trying to check off every baseball stadium. So Blake...
So you got to go back. There's a chance for it to be saved.
Yeah. Well, we're probably going to go to the game and leave. We're not going to stay in St. Louis.
No, we're not.
We're going to stay in Kansas City, I think. So...
All right, the worst place for me.
Worst place for you.
Okay, and it's not bad in that sense. It's bad in the most boring place I have ever been in the United States of America.
My bedroom.
Second most boring place I've ever been.
You've never been in there. You've never been there, so we're good.
All right, so I was on a trip with Julie years and years ago, and we were coming down the East Coast, and we'd been all the way, we were in Connecticut, and we were in Boston for a while, and we come down to New York, and we were just having a banging trip, and we'd done Baltimore and Washington earlier on. We had great times. We went to Providence, Rhode Island. The most boring place I have ever been. Nothing, and I mean nothing, happened there at all. And nothing happened twice. And we were there on a Saturday night in June. And
so like the things to do is like...
Like, I get it. If it's a Tuesday, if it's a Tuesday night in November, some fucking random Tuesday in November, I can forgive any place.
Yeah.
By the way, that's how I judge a town or a city. If it's happening on a Tuesday night, then you got a proper place.
Yeah.
Saturday night in June, nothing. Wow. Dreadful. So,
I've never been to Providence.
You missed.
I don't think I have. So, and when I was playing ball, I played all over the country and stuff. So, like, there's a lot of cities where I went, I've never been, but I only went to their ballpark.
Yeah.
So I don't really count.
You don't really count it. Yeah. Providence, Rhode Island.
All right. Best place.
I'm going
to let you go first on the best place.
Okay, I'll give you. So
go back to
total, absolute, random best place. And it was in 2014. I was lucky enough to travel with some students from Nice who'd won a bizarre competition. And the first prize, the prize in the competition, if they won the competition, was they could travel to Turkey and bring their teachers, their favorite teachers. So I was lucky enough to be selected with the art teacher at Nice High School, Dave Maynard.
Okay.
And we went to Turkey. And the best thing we did in Turkey, we got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. and we did hot air ballooning over Cappadocia in central.
Not tethered.
Yeah,
truly
proper.
Yeah, I've never done that. I've never done that. I've only done tethered.
Oh my God!
And my senior project, when I held the Central Florida Hot Air Balloon Contest, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go up, but because I had to run the event, I never got to go up. And that's on my bucket list things that I got to do. So I'm like super jealous right now.
Oh man!
And it's over Turkey.
And over Cappadocia, which is like this, like people lived. There was 3 and 4 stories down, underground, the Cappadocia, and then there was mountainside places and dwellings. Like it's one of the coolest places. Cappadocia in the middle of Turkey.
Cappadocia.
Yeah.
Like put that in your phone.
And we went. And there was a couple of other teachers from around the country were also involved, and nobody else wanted to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and drive an hour and get it. So it was Dave, myself, and the 2 students.
Yeah, I would have been there.
And suddenly, like, you come up and the sun has come up and there's 60 or 70 balloons.
Mm-hmm. So it was an actual festival.
It was an actual, yeah. It was unreal. Yeah, because
I mean,
it's unreal.
I wish I had pictures because we didn't have picture phones at that time. Yeah. I mean, like this event I did, and it's I obviously had a lot of help from the chamber. I was only like 21 years old, but I mean it was in DeLand. It was absolutely amazing. I fell in love with hot air balloons, but I've never had the opportunity to do it. That is totally on my bucket list.
And if I may, so that same day, later on that night, we went out and we were in a town called Kayseri, which is central eastern Turkey, so the middle of nowhere. And we were invited to somebody's house. And it was sort of through the people that put this whole trip on. They were like, you're going to go to this person's house. And we went to kind of a farmhouse on the outskirts of Kayseri. And nobody spoke English, and obviously none of us spoke Turkish. And we sat outside, and they brought rugs outside, and we ate lamb roasted on the spit. We danced, we sang songs, and I remember it now as being one of the greatest nights of my life.
That's
in
incredible.
This random place in Turkey.
Yeah, and you haven't been back.
Never been back. No.
All right, so my best place.
Okay.
My best place is my go-to place. Like if I win the lottery or even if somebody's just looking for me.
Yeah.
That's where you're probably going to find me.
Okay.
And it's in the BVI. It's a little tiny island. It's the only flat island in the British Virgin Islands, and it's called Anegada. Only 200 residents live on this entire island. And we went there for one of our spring break trips, and we stayed in these huts right on the water.
Yeah.
So we have the huts. It opens up. You just kind of open it was glamping, so you just kind of open up the tent, and right there's the water. So you walk 50 yards, you get in the water, you swim another 100 yards, and you're on the largest reef in the Caribbean.
Fuck.
Like, back me up on Anegada.
It was awesome. Very awesome.
Okay. Your mic, what was that?
It was awesome. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I got you now. So, yeah, I mean, because we did Anegada, and we stayed at Anegada Beach Club. And
how did you get there?
We had to fly into U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay.
And then we had to take ferries over to Anegada. Wow. But I go back now with my sailing buddy, so I'll be back there in April again.
Oh man,
in Anegada.
Yeah, but
that's incredible.
Yeah, so I forced the entire group to go, and now they love.
Now they get it.
Now they get it.
Yeah, but we'll say though, the boat ride. So when our family went to the BVI in 2018, the way back was awful.
It was rough, dude. It was a windy day. On the ferry, and we decided, we'll sit up top. It won't be that. Oh yeah, everything was salty, and we did have to get rid of our luggage because the zipper's all messed up. So
that'll happen.
Yeah. All right. My next worst place.
Your next worst place.
And my worst places are all in the U.S.
Okay.
All right.
I'm fascinated because I have had amazing times in this city.
Okay. So my next worst place, and I just thought it was a dirty place.
Okay.
I just didn't. I mean, I felt like I needed a tetanus shot, and this is when I was fairly young when I went, and I haven't been since 2004, 2005, I guess, when Katrina hit.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
And I think I need to give New Orleans another chance.
I think you do.
I had a horrible experience in New Orleans. And we actually won, our co-ed softball team won the Pro Division national tournament there.
Okay.
So on the field, we had an amazing time.
Yeah.
But the rest of the city, I felt was just, disgusting.
Wow.
Like it wasn't the U.S.
I can't believe that. Like, I've probably been to New Orleans 15 to 20 times.
Yeah.
I did 2 Mardi Gras. Mm-hmm. I've been in a Mardi Gras parade. I've been on a float. Mm-hmm. I stayed at the...
Did you get beads? Did you flash people?
Mate. I've stayed at the House of the Rising Sun another time.
There
like,
you go.
I have just thrown down. I've never had anything but amazing experiences.
I'll give New Orleans another shot.
Yeah, I think you do.
I'll give New Orleans another shot. So, all right, what's your next worst?
My next worst is, it's Budapest, Hungary. But this comes with a little bit of a caveat. So I was in Hungary for about 2 weeks back in the late 90s. Mm-hmm. And originally we stayed in Buda. So the city of Budapest is really divided by the River Danube.
Okay.
And Buda is the posh castle district side. Okay. And Pest is the sort of more working class area.
Yeah.
And then we'd visited other parts of Hungary. We'd gone to Eger. We'd been down on Lake Funyad, or in Lake Balaton, which is beautiful. But when we came back to Budapest, we stayed in a Soviet bloc housing in Pest. And it coincided with the biggest heat wave that Hungary had hit in about 25 or 30 years.
Petri dish. You were staying in a petri dish.
So we were in this Soviet bloc housing, and it's about 110 maybe degrees, and there's no AC, and it's fucking miserable.
Yeah.
It's miserable.
Yeah, you want to peel off your own flesh.
And I slept in a bathtub for 2 nights, and I would actually fill the bathtub. I would put cold water at the bottom of the bathtub, and then let it drain out, and then I would get into the bathtub naked in the puddles of cold water and a pillow and try to sleep. It was murderous. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. And the rest of the time we had a great time, but the couple of nights there,
that sounds horrible.
Brutal.
All right, what's your next best?
My next best, okay. My next best is Machu Picchu.
Okay.
In Peru.
Gotcha.
So again, late 90s. I was down there late 90s. I spent about a month in Peru, and I walked into Machu Picchu as the sun was coming up. Mm-hmm. So approaching it in the dark and getting there as the sun was coming up. And if we're not the first people in that day, we're in the first 10. Uh-huh. And I was lucky enough then, there's a mountain behind it called Huayna Picchu, which I'm not even sure they let you climb today. Mm-hmm. And I said, no, it's about 1,000 feet above Machu Picchu. And so we spent the day at Machu Picchu and then climbed up Huayna Picchu, which was the most terrifying climb of my fucking life. It's stairs cut into this mountain. And I have no problem with heights. Mm-hmm. And this scared the shit out of me. But I got up onto the top, and it takes a good while to get up there, and there's 6 other people up there. Mm-hmm. And you're looking straight down about 6,000 feet to the Urubamba River, and you were there's just nobody else in the world.
Yeah.
But that whole day on Machu Picchu, looking at everything, looking at the whole place, was the most incredible thing. And when I get up to Huayna Picchu, I realize I've left my camera.
But that might have been the best thing for you.
Might have been the best thing, right? Because
you're really taking it in.
But there's a guy from Japan there, and he's got a tripod camera. I don't know how he got it up there, but he took a photograph of me on the top of Huayna Picchu with Machu Picchu behind me in the background, about 1,000 feet below. And I gave him my address, and he said he'd send me the photo.
And he did.
And do you know, about 4 months later,
that's amazing.
I got that in the mail. That's amazing. It's the most incredible.
That's incredible.
And then I came down right at sunset, and you come out, and I had a place. I was figuring out we could probably stay. There's a place at the bottom of the mountain called Aguas Calientes, hot springs. And most of the tourist buses that come back in Aguas Calientes, and that's where the train takes you back to Cusco and all those other places. But the tourist buses come back down switchback roads, and the Inca kids run down to the forest on the old stairs, and then they wave at the buses at every switchback. And at the very, very bottom, they climb onto the bus and they put their hands out for tips. And I ran with the kids.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was... now, if I tried to do it today, I'd be killed.
You'd die.
I'd be fucking killed.
Your lungs would explode.
Flying down the mountain, bouncing out onto the road. And sometimes you'd bounce onto the road and you go, fuck, that bus is 50 feet away from me. And you go, and then
you
dive into the next bit of fucking jungle.
That's amazing.
That was incredible.
All right, so my next best was in Zambia. So when we did our trip, we kind of tear-stepped our trip to Africa, and we stayed out in the bush the first 3 or 4 days, and then we went into Victoria and we stayed in a more medium type of hotel.
Yeah.
But by the time we went to Zambia, we were at our highest level.
Yeah.
Like, we stayed at a place, and the hotel in the suite we happened to stay at is the suite that Liz Taylor, and we're talking on the Zambia River there.
Yeah.
Liz Taylor and Richard Burton spent their honeymoon.
And you stayed in that suite.
Our family was there. We had our own private little pool, and you open the door, and like Pumbaa's right there. There's a warthog right there.
Come on.
And you're literally like walking around in a zoo. Like Blake and I go to a zoo now.
Yeah.
We're like,
it's on the same.
Blake, it's near impossible for us to enjoy it now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. It's
after that trip.
No, you can't.
Yeah. I mean, the day before we go to Zambia, we're at Victoria Falls, which is like 5 times the height of Niagara Falls. So it's so much, it's so huge, and that's we did like over the river. We did our whole zip lining thing, and we went. I mean,
every part of that's amazing.
I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Zambia, Blake. I'm saying Zambia the whole time.
Yeah,
it's Botswana.
It's Botswana.
It's Botswana.
Yeah, it was Botswana.
It was a Zambia river.
Zambia. Oh yeah,
Zambezi
okay.
River, and it was Botswana. Is where I'm saying the wrong country altogether. I loved it so much I can't even get the freaking country right.
Yeah,
but I'm telling you, it was. I mean, and it was just an amazing experience. And if you have the ability to go on a safari to Zimbabwe and Botswana, do it.
Yeah,
it's just do it.
Well, and I would say the same. Like if you can get down to Peru, and you can go to Machu Picchu, you can go to Cusco,
I'm going to go to Balloon Ride first. Balloon Ride
first.
Yeah. So I'm not going to run down the hill. I can tell you that. So, all right, I'm going to do 2 honorable mentions because I think we got to move to.
Yeah, we got it. Give me 2 honorable mentions.
I'm going to do 2 honorable mentions on worst. Honolulu.
Never been. Wow.
Okay, I felt like it was the most prejudiced place I'd ever been.
Wow.
And drugs like crazy.
Yeah.
And then the other one is on my worst is Los Angeles. Okay. I don't like Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Los Angeles. That's interesting.
And my honorable mentions on the best side.
Yeah.
And I love this city, and a lot of people don't love this city because of what goes on behind the scenes and stuff like that. I think it's a great city, great culture, great museum. I love Washington, D.C.
I love D.C. My Julie's family lives just outside of D.C.
You know something on Tuesday? There's something to do.
Oh, yeah. In D.C., yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
And the other one is the one we're going for Blake's birthday, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great food.
All right.
I'm telling you, because I love food. I mean, I know I'm not that big a guy, but I'm getting bigger.
Yeah. But we'll say though, so we flew out Tuesday, but came back into St. Augustine for today's show. Then
just for the show, we're going back.
Just for the show, yeah.
We're going back.
So I'll give you my honorable mentions for worst.
Yeah.
Worst. Birmingham, England.
Okay. Enough said.
Why do you exist?
Enough said.
That's all I got. On my second worst.
Birmingham, Alabama's not bad, by the way.
My second worst place, just again, it's a small town in Ireland called Glengariff. And I know a lot of people tell you it's a beautiful place. But I hit it on a bad day, and I ended up staying in a shitty fucking place. And the whole experience, the people, the place I stayed, there was like a bed and breakfast, and the lady around the place was mean, and she wasn't funny mean, she was fucking mean.
Just a bad person.
It was bad. Every part of it was bad. So Glengariff, yeah. No, thank you.
Honorable mention, good.
Honorable mention, good. Cologne in Germany.
Okay.
Cologne in Germany, you got the Dom, the Gothic cathedral, goes back to the 12th century. Astonishing. And right beside it is the Fru, F-R-U-H, Fru Brewery, which is about 700 years old. And they make one fucking beer.
Yeah. What do you want?
You get their Pilsner beer.
You're getting the Pilsner.
And I will argue that I'll argue with anybody that it is the best beer in the world.
Okay.
And
better than the Guinness port in your hometown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Better than the Guinness.
Better than anything I've ever drank.
All right.
And they keep bringing it to you until you tell them to stop.
You should have held that one for the last one for the transition of the strangest drinks.
Strangest drinks.
All right, what's your other honorable mention?
Honorable mention, I went to a random beer festival in Prague. Not in tourist Prague, but on the outskirts of Prague.
Yeah.
Where not only were we the only...
Working person.
Yeah. We weren't... Not only were we the only people not from that area, we were like... It was absurd. And the beer was like... It was like 50 cents a beer. And every beer was amazing. And it was just... It was just one of those nights that were incredible. Beer. It was an incredible night, just hanging around with the people there, and yeah, all of that whole experience. And it went on all night long. It's probably good I don't like beer because I'm lazy. I would probably be like, I'd probably look like Santa Claus now. Yeah, you might.
Yeah. So it's probably good I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Santa Claus had a darker,
Yeah. Well, he might be.
What's the opposite of joie de vivre?
Yeah. All right. We got to go back to our sponsors. Tell you, thank you again. St. Augustine Pirate Museum. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate what you do in the community. You do an amazing job. Great experience. If you haven't been there, you need to go see them.
Meehan's Irish Pub. Look at the food is great. The bars are great. There's 3 bars in one. The best view. If you can sit outside on that balcony looking over, come on, looking over the water. It's the best place. Yeah. The best.
All right. The Beacon Listening Room and Gypsy Cab. They have $10 lunch specials. Go check it out. Gypsy Cab's food is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I still crave gypsy chicken and the great salad dressing they have there. The Beacon Listening Room, they have an entirely different menu, and it's equally as solid as Gypsy Cab. They have the music. They have trivia on Wednesday night. Appreciate them guys hanging out with me every Wednesday night and let me do my thing.
They're incredible. Okay, it's tax season, people. Abare, Kresge and Associates. If you've never trusted somebody to do your taxes, now's the time. Get with these guys. If you have a small business, if you're thinking of opening a small business, Abare, Kresge and Associates, they're amazing. Yep. They keep Troy out of jail.
Yeah, that's hard to do. All right, 900 degree pizza and pasta. I'm telling you, the best sauce around. They do just an amazing job. They don't just have pizza. They have just a wonderful staff over there, always willing to take care of you. Yeah. It's right near the high school. You got a high school.
Speedway, right?
You got a high schooler, doing any event. Pick it up on the way home.
Yeah, pick it up on the way home. And City Gates Distillery and St. Augustine Distillery. I cannot speak how... I can't say enough about how good these places are. The tours are great. The booze is great. The people who work in there, the tastings, just going in there and walking around the store at City Gates Distillery is an eye-opening experience. It is beautiful. They do every part of what they do down there is top-notch.
Yep.
Highly recommended. City Gate Distillery, St. Augustine Distillery, and thank you, guys.
All right, you guys, I remind you again, please hit that share button. We need to get these out there. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on...
You can watch old episodes. You can watch old episodes on YouTube.
Yeah.
On Roku.
Yeah.
If you're sitting at home in the evening thinking, I'm done with Netflix, there's nothing to watch, you can watch us.
Check out Bollox Talks and Tangents.
Absolutely.
All right. Download the 904 Now app also. All right. It's time to talk about the strangest drinks. And some of these were just outright gross.
Oh, my God.
Let's start with the grossest one. You have the grossest one.
Okay, the grossest one.
I had it, and I was like, I can't even talk about it.
This is so gross, and this may tell you something about me. I read about it, and I straight away tried to figure out if I can get up there this summer. So
I can't do this one. I can tell you this. I have a pretty strong stomach. But I can't do this one. I couldn't do it.
So it is the sour toe cocktail.
Right? All right, Blake. Him and I have both read about it already. Sour toe cocktail.
Yeah.
What do you think involves a sour toe cocktail?
Well, unfortunately,
Mic on, please.
It is on.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, you might get some hearing aids
We
now.
have a backup mic in the studio. So
that's the problem.
You got to be right up on it.
Well, unfortunately, you already sent me the website, so I already went through it, and I already saw.
You already read it? Oh, okay. Then
So
never mind.
this is the catchphrase. So it's Dawson City in the Yukon Territory in Canada.
Yeah.
Right? You can drink it fast, you can drink it slow, but the lips have got to touch the toe.
It's an actual human.
It's an actual human toe.
What's the name of it? It's a little country club or something. It's
a little saloon, sourdough saloon.
Yeah.
And you can order any drink, and you can have an actual preserved human toe plunked into your drink.
All right. So, do you think Facebook's censors will go past the human toe?
I don't know.
All right, let's test it.
I don't want to look at it again.
So originally, right, it was a miner and a rum runner who lost a toe in 1920 to frostbite.
And a minor is a ER, not OR.
Yeah. And it got stored in a jar of alcohol, right? And then people used to come in and it just kind of morphed into it. The first toe, the original toe, was lost because somebody accidentally swallowed it. Okay, but here's the best part. It gets better, or worse. 7 more toes have since been donated to keep this signature cocktail alive.
They're bequeathing their toes.
Yes. And somebody in the last couple of years deliberately swallowed another toe. So now you will be fined $2,500 if
it started as $500.
If you swallow the toe.
I'm seriously like that is the grossest one out there. The one I have is gross.
Dawson City, Yukon Territory. We're going this summer. Game on.
I'd have to lose a big bet. All
right, what's your grossest one?
So mine are gross, but they're nowhere near. It's not even comparable. I have 4. All right. The one I'm going to talk about now is called kumis.
Kumis.
All right. It's in Mongolia.
Right. Everybody's bucket list of places to go to.
Yeah, it could be on the worst list of everybody. All right, but what it is it's horse milk.
Horse milk.
Not a cow.
Horse milk.
Not a goat. Horse milk.
Apparently you can milk anything with nipples.
Shows milk?
Yeah. Go on.
They say it comes from the mare.
Sure.
I'm not willing to risk it.
Yeah.
Because if it comes from the male horse, it changes everything.
Whoa.
But definitely, especially from the color of it here.
Oh.
There it is right there.
Horse milk.
Yeah.
Fuck. Why?
Yeah. All right, what you got? What's your next one?
But we should definitely have Chris Pontius test it out, though.
Oh no! If he can drink the toe, I would even drink the horse milk if you drink the toe.
I'll drink the toe.
If you put your lips on the toe.
I would definitely do that.
All right, I don't know if I can do it.
So this one is from the Great White North again. Something about the further north you go in Canada, the weirder it fucking gets. This is the Seagull. Oh, yeah. Seagull wine. The Inuit people came up with this brilliant one.
They're not milking seagulls.
You stuff a dead seagull, an entire dead seagull, into a bottle of wine. And then you leave it to ferment in the sun for days, sometimes even a month. And apparently, it tastes fucking dreadful.
Yeah.
The taste is abominable. It's very potent, but it's number one why people think this is the coolest thing of all time. It offers a truly spectacular and life-altering hangover. Apparently, the worst hangover in the world.
Why?
Which, really,
Why?
what a surprise! You've stuffed a dead seagull into wine.
My moonshine hangovers are just awful.
I would struggle with this.
It's just awful. I mean, if I drink too much moonshine, I'm done for 2 days. I can't imagine a hangover being worse than that.
Fuck, you imagine?
All right. Mine's very similar. My next one's very similar.
All right, what you got?
Blake, you got a picture of this one? Snake wine?
Snake wine.
All right. They actually put venomous snakes into the alcohol. Look at it. There is a snake with fangs
Come on.
into the alcohol. And it is very, very common.
Where? Who does this? Who does this?
It's Kakistan, parts of India, and one other stan I can't pronounce.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Come on. Why? That's what I want to know. Why?
So basically, Borat
What's
country
the
drinks
reasoning
this.
behind this?
Go ahead.
So Borat country drinks this.
Borat. This is Borat.
Kazakhstan, yeah. Borat. We
one of those stands. But I mean,
why?
I mean, did you see that? How intimidating is that?
But okay, does the alcohol? This is what I want to. Does the alcohol affect the venom? It has to.
It kills the venom. Is what
It has
you're saying.
to. Okay.
It kills
All
the
right.
venom. So.
But
All right.
why? Okay, I would love to ask this question, people. I would love to ask somebody. Why would you? Who decided? I'll just pick up this King Cobra and stuff it in a bottle of alcohol and see what happens.
Seems like a good idea.
Who picks up a dead seagull and goes, okay, lads, listen, here's what we're going to do.
I can tell you this. It's the guy who had just touched the toe with his tongue. All right, you got another one? I have two more.
Okay, so I got one that's not on that level of disgustingness, but it's a level of fascination.
Okay.
Absinthe.
Oh, okay.
Absinthe, right?
And I've not tried it.
You've not tried it?
Yeah, I spend a lot of time in bars, but I've not tried that.
Okay, so I got absolutely annihilated on absinthe in Prague.
I understand the absinthe here is different than the absinthe.
So it's not so much. So it is and it isn't, right? So absinthe was banned in America from 1912.
Yeah.
And even after Prohibition, it wasn't allowed back in.
Okay.
So the reason was because it's made from like these different herbs. Fennel is one of the herbs, and anise is in there. So it tastes like licorice.
Yeah.
But wormwood flowers, and it was believed that wormwood had a hallucinogenic effect. Whatever the toxic chemical in it was, made people hallucinate. Mm-hmm. And this goes back to when Van Gogh and Picasso and then Hemingway were in Paris, and they were drinking it, and they talked about the hallucinogenic properties. But I did a deep dive on this, right?
Okay.
Now I got real shit. I got proper drunk on absinthe.
Okay.
Now, to be fair, we were also drinking a suicidal amount of beer.
Okay.
And we got onto the vodka and Red Bull.
Oh, so
Right.
like you just blew up your
And
heart
this is
and bringing
And
everything
this is
else down.
20-something years ago.
Okay, let's the Red Bull had
Right.
just come out and like yeah.
And so we did all of that and absinthe, right? And we were on a 2-day, one of those like bender kind of, right? So, but what I discovered was the reason for absinthe's reputation was that the guys who were doing it back in the day, first of all, it's 140 proof.
Yeah.
Right? So you drink absinthe, it's going to fuck
I
you
did
up.
grain alcohol in younger days.
But the boys were mixing it. They were also doing that and then doing opium as well, right?
Oh, so explain the absinthe for
right. So you're knocking back 140 proof booze and you're doing opium. Yeah. You're going to hallucinate.
It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. All right, you brought up Prohibition, and I don't have it on this list. But do you know what is called the bartender's handshake?
No, I don't.
All right, so if you go to a bar in a town or something like that, the bartender's handshake is Fernet.
Is what?
Fernet.
Fernet.
Okay, and what it is, when you said it was about Prohibition and licorice and stuff like that. Fernet was still able to be served through Prohibition because it was considered a dietary thing.
Oh, it was medicinal.
It was medicinal.
Right.
So Fernet was able to continue through, but it's called the bartender's handshake because most bartenders understand Fernet's a drink not many people drink, but it's one, if you drink a little bit, it gets you going.
Yeah.
And it is good for you. I mean, it cleans you out. But if you go to a bar and you're like, okay, I'm going to be here for a little bit, start off with the bartender's handshake. It's like, hey, can I get a Fernet for me and a Fernet for you?
Yeah.
And that's the bartender's handshake.
That's a bartender's handshake.
So
I love...
And it's an acquired taste. I can tell you right now, it's one of those, like, when you do it the first time, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
But bartenders... A majority of bartenders understand it as a bartender's handshake.
I love great bartenders.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, a great bartender changes everything.
It changes the mood, changes the
everything.
room. Yep.
And there's some legendary, we've got a couple of them here in town, but a great bartender is aware of absolutely everything. They're holding 25 conversations. Mm-hmm. The drinks are hopping out at an astonishing speed. Mm-hmm. They miss nothing. They're watching, like, it is an art form. Mm-hmm. To watch a great bartender is to watch poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And bartenders are always like, oh, I hate the hours, I hate the hours, I hate the hours. But they can't make that money anyplace else.
That is true.
I mean, not to start. They can, but you got to start at the bottom when you start over.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, you're like, oh, wow, he's been a bartender for 40 years. Well, it's he's making good money.
The great ones are, I have huge admiration.
Yeah.
Huge admiration.
But Fernet is bartender's handshake. All right. I have two more.
Two more. What do you got?
All right. And this one's a fairly common drink in Hindu communities.
Okay.
It's called gaujal.
Gaujal.
Gaujal. Gaujal. Gaujal.
Gaujal.
All right. And what it is it's a soda.
Okay.
All right. And in the Hindu community, they're trying to replace this for Coca-Cola or something else. It's a soda. And it's made of cow urine.
Cow urine.
Cow urine.
Cow urine.
You know how the Hindus, think it's a sacred animal. Like, do you have the cow urine picture, please?
Cow urine.
There it is.
It's going to replace Coca-Cola.
Guess what color it is?
Urine colored? Is it yellow? Is it really?
Yeah, look at it.
Gaujal is yellow.
Do you
Holy
see it?
shit, fuck. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's made of cow urine. How do you market cow urine?
It's mass produced with a cow's face on it.
And Lisa didn't write down.
Okay.
The other ones are niche type situations.
Blake, do me a favor. Find out how much of that is sold a year. I want to know how much of Gaujal is...
Yeah. Okay, so...
man.
Yeah, what the industry is. Like, is it in the millions or billions?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But we'll say that, but I am thankful that they didn't write down the name of the cow next to the cow face. But at least we're not knowing, like, okay.
It's like it's Elsie. Oh, yeah. Harvest from Elsie. Whose job is it to collect?
Jesus Christ. That's mental. That is really but
it's a common drink.
Gaujal. Okay, I'm going to ask. I teach a lot of Indian students. I'll be asking.
Yeah.
So I came across this other one. It's reindeer antler whiskey. Reindeer antler whiskey.
Okay.
Bizarrely, it's made in Thailand, where they have 0 reindeers.
Yeah.
Right? But it's
very few antlers.
Yeah. So it's a rice grain whiskey that's infused with different herbs and ginseng and actual reindeer antler, fermented in clay pots for months, and then it's filtered and then it's boiled, and apparently, it's got an earthy finish and a woody aroma.
Very gamey.
Very gamey. But apparently it's for virility. You knock that back, you have some reindeer antler whiskey. Fair enough, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Reindeer
I'm not
antler. All right.
Yeah.
My last one.
Your last one.
My last one is Placenta 10,000.
Placenta. Okay, I'm lost. Placenta 10,000.
All right, because I'd already read about the toe thing.
Okay.
I was like, are they
Dawson
harvesting?
City, Yukon Territory.
Are they harvesting human placentas? They're not.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a pig placenta.
That makes it so much better.
It makes it better.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to help build up your immunity. It's supposed to be super healthy for you.
Okay, where is this? Where's it from?
I'm gonna have to go back and find it because.
And why 10,000?
Yeah.
So actually, I was able to find it. It was actually sold in Japan, but and 10,000 means 10,000 milligrams of placenta.
10,000 milligrams of placenta.
Yeah.
But again, who comes up with this stuff?
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's crazy. I mean, I just passed the sour toe right there. There it is. I almost threw up again. So, yeah. So it's in Japan, and this is a fairly new one.
Yeah.
Like some of the other ones go back.
They go back
centuries
forever, yeah.
and centuries and centuries. This one started just as recently as 2008.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
And
so you're talking about the bartenders.
And here's the weird part.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying not to. Oh, yeah. It's supposed to taste like peaches.
Peaches?
Peaches!
Maybe if peaches was the name of the pig from which the fucking placenta are.
Yeah, so I was able to get a photo up of what a bag is supposed to look like.
Oh.
So it comes in like a Capri Sun?
Yes.
Yeah, you get the little straw and you have to put the straw into the pouch.
Here's some bag of placenta.
You have it for the under 10 basketball game at the Y. Here you go, lads. Here's your placenta. Get that into your legs.
It's healthy for you. Here's some sourdough and placenta.
You'll be raining threes and Steph Curry grew up on this. It'll be great for you.
All right, so of the ones, do you have one more?
No, that's
it. Okay, of the ones we listed, which is the one you would least try?
The Seagull wine. I am not doing Seagull fucking wine. No.
See, I think mine's the sourdough.
Sourdough, I'd do it. I would definitely do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the whole idea. I don't know, something about it.
I think cow urine is, I would definitely do the snake wine.
Yeah, I think I would too.
The single wine doesn't bother me that bad. It's gross. I mean, spit out a little feather. We're good. All right. I think the toe and placenta would give me a hard time. I know it's pig placenta. I'm probably a little okay with it. And the cow urine would probably be my next one. But the toe one really.
I want to know who are the 7 people who've donated toes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but if I lived there, I'd do it. I'd give up a toe.
Because it's Dawson City, Yukon territory.
You're already gone. I'm an organ donor anyway. Why do I give a shit?
But what if it's not organ donors? What if it's somebody who just...
A live person who cuts up their... That makes it really weird.
See, I'm going down the rabbit hole. I'm going off on the tangent. I'm going to try to find out.
I assumed the 7 were like, because they said they're bequeathing them.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Bequeath your toe?
If I lived there, I would bequeath my toe.
Are there any weird drinks here in town? Is there any bars in town that have super weird drinks that they'll throw out?
Moscato's used to have the Jeffrey.
The Jeffrey? I am not familiar.
The Jeffrey was a flaming drink, and you could... the way it was like a flaming drink, and if you went like this, the suction of the flames would stick to your hand, and you could lift the drink up like this with it. And then you had to drink it all at once.
Wow.
All right.
You couldn't have more than 2 Jeffreys or you were obliterated.
All right. So I got one more drink that I was able to find on my own. Okay. So there's this New Zealand pub that brewed its own beer with stag semen.
Who collects this? This is the thing. I'm looking at this list. Who's milking the mare? Who's whacking the stag?
Like, who's fucking milking a mare?
Who's catching the cow urine?
But, stag semen? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Stag semen.
Yeah, so basically...
There's a picture of that.
Yeah, so it says special care is being taken to preserve the stout's uniquely creamy qualities, including...
Uniquely creamy quality. Seriously, that's part of their advertising?
All right, I'm going to tell you this. We're at the end of our show. Thank God we're at the end of the show. This is the strangest show we've done so far. And I'm going to tell you, we need to try and at least get one of the items on this list.
Yes, we do.
And try it live on air.
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Right.
We'll work on that.
Game on.
Hey, I want to say thank you to guys. Thank you to our sponsors again.
Thanks, guys.
We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Blake, for pushing all the buttons in there. Make sure you download the 904 Now app. hit that share button. Get it out there to everybody. This is Bollox Talks and Tangents, and we'll see you next week.
See you next Thursday.
Bye-bye.